Prospecting. Prospecting is the act of exploring as for gold. Our goal is to cover the fundamentals of prospecting and assist you with structuring a prospecting plan to grow your pipeline more effectively and efficiently, provide strategies for prospecting, and allow you to gain that internal confidence in following through and executing on your prospecting plan. Guess what? There's no silver bullet. Prospecting requires you to put in the effort and care about delivering effective solutions that serve your prospects and your customers. You are seeking, hunting, exploring opportunities to help prospects meet their desires, their hopes, dreams, aspirations, as well as challenges and needs, including those needs they don't even know about. This is the key to matching your solutions to their problems. Traits of successful prospectors. The same qualities that make you successful in life also make you successful in prospecting. Having a mindset that blends optimism, confidence, and openness to criticism. Having a goal orientation, a strong internal motivation, that relentlessness and persistence. Having an extremely high work ethic to do the proper preparation and planning in advance. And then a personal brand that differentiates you from all the rest. We're going to dig into the who, the what, and the how of prospecting in this module. Prospecting the who. How do you link the idea you're selling with the goals, motivations, personality types, and perspective of your audience? Do your homework. Don't make this mistake. Oftentimes, sales professionals are not as specific as they should be on their target, and they don't have a great understanding of the different personas within that prospect.
So the first thing you should do to create an outreach cadence, honestly, is make sure that you understand product market fit. Does the solution or the thing, what I have, do I know that the market wants it, the folks I'm targeting? Do I understand the pain? Is it there? Am I solving it? Is there a need? Before I begin the outreach cadence at all, I've got to know that this thing that I have created or this service that I'm providing that I'm really passionate about and excited about, is that matched by the market? And am I going after the right potential targets? Have I observed, seen, and tested the pain and need and qualification before I go out with something that I don't know for sure there's going to be a buyer? The one common mistake that you must avoid when building an outreach cadence is not understanding the buyer persona that you are targeting. So you may have figured out that there's product market fit, and you may know that the buyer needs your service or thing. But if you don't know who the people are that you need to be talking to, not just the decision makers, but also those people that have the ability to make budgetary decisions, and you build an outreach cadence headed in the wrong direction or targeting the wrong person, then it's destined to be unsuccessful.
Your ideal customer profile. Just because someone wants what you're selling and can afford it doesn't mean you should work with them. To achieve our priority of revenue generation, we need to find the right clients for our solution. Identifying exactly what your ideal customer looks like will create an ideal customer profile. Consider these questions when building your ICP. Who's the best fit for your product, your service, your solution? Who's the best fit for your thoughts and ideas? Who do you enjoy working with? Who makes the best client for you? And who is in your target region or specified territory? It's also vital to develop a deeper understanding of your prospects through your research. What keeps prospects up at night? Ask your existing customers what their top priorities and concerns are. Their answers will arm you with knowledge when approaching a new prospect. And it's a great way to start a conversation with that new prospect, and you can ask them to share whether they too have the same concerns, same priorities as your other clients, or maybe not. And they'll then open up and share with you what concerns them most. What are their personality traits? Adjusting your approach to the prospect's personality ensures you have a strong connection for an ongoing relationship. It's tough to generalize with everyone, but the role a person plays within a company sometimes can offer clues to how they will want to be approached on a deal. What kind of buyer, investor, influencer are you speaking with? Let's take an example. CFOs, chief financial officers, CPAs, certified public accountants, have traditionally wanted all of the information up front. They'd rather read about it than talk about it. Sales professionals, on the other side, are mostly concerned with getting credit for finding the solution and being perceived as a leader. So they want you to guide them through the solution. Let's tune in to what Kurt Merriweather has to say around understanding prospect personas and matching and targeting your message. Prospecting the who. Prioritize. Once you have your ICP, you can now categorize your prospects. Your A-list. These are your VIP prospects. Having 5 to 20 at the most will serve you well. They get white glove attention and treatment and the most customized and well-researched messaging. Your B-list. These constitute the bulk of your prospects. They receive slightly less attention and a lower level of customization than your A-listers. Now your C-list. This group is a good group to use for testing different messages and seeing what their responses are. They get the least amount of your time and attention and really serve as a test group. Develop sales stories for each of these groups that address their specific priorities and overall industry trends. Prospecting the what? Having a multifaceted and multi-channel approach will most likely yield the best results. Multiple messages that paint a vivid picture of your value and tells the story of how you can solve their problems and assist them with accomplishing their goals. These methods should continue to be tested, measured, iterated upon, and guess what? Tested again. Constant testing and iteration is absolutely vital. Developing your value proposition. Your prospects are tuned in to the radio station WIIFM. Have you heard of that radio station? If yes, go ahead and say it now. You might not be able to find it on Pandora or Spotify, but WIIFM is what's in it for me. You must be tuned into this radio station if you want to connect with your prospects. And you must present a targeted value proposition that they can quickly understand. Your customer is only interested in what's in it for them. Winning their business requires you to be keenly focused on their needs, not yours. Instead of being a me monster concerned about your needs, you must be a you monster focused on their needs. By focusing on them, you're better able to show them the value they'll derive from your relationship and your solutions. A good value proposition answers these questions. What problems and issues can your solution solve for the customer? What's in it for them? How can your solution help them compete within their industry? And what emerging trends can you help them address?
Salespeople need their own personal value proposition because you are an extension of the organization you represent, but people buy the salesperson as well as the product or service. People need to know and trust that you can add value to their business. Are you a trusted advisor? So people need to know what you stand for personally, and they'll listen to what you're selling professionally. The first thing you need to do to create your own personal value proposition in selling is to think about why you provide unique value to your client and write these things down. Why should your client listen to you versus the other sales professionals that also are in your market, are competitors of yours? Is it the research that you do? Is it the way that you follow up after the sale? Or is the contacts that you can make around your client's business in addition to just selling your product or service? It's very clear in the business of professional sales that why you do things to differentiate is what will allow you to be above the crowd.
The elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch is a distillation of your value proposition. A successful pitch is brief. It can be delivered before the doors of an elevator opening 2 to 5 floors. It's specific and addresses the interest of the person you're speaking to, or at least the industry that they're in. It's got to be engaging and spark a dialogue with follow-on questions. Relatable. Always best when you can include real-life examples. Prospecting the how. What methods for outreach should you employ, and how do we best measure success? Your goal is to drive as much activity as possible while maintaining effective results. Being creative, strategic, and executing on a well-thought-out strategy should yield some great outcomes and results. Leveraging both the quality and the quantity provides the best chance for success. And setting specific, measurable goals for attainment, let's use, for example, 40 targeted phone calls with at least 2 good, solid conversations will allow you to track your progress, make adjustments, and pivot when necessary. If you are not seeing the expected results, it may require you to go back to that drawing board and fine-tune your attack plan. Don't make this common mistake. Using only one method of outreach, generally email, which is easy. Prospects are unique and they all respond to different methods of communication. By implementing a strategy that covers a wide variety of outreach methods will be critical to your success. Your preparation and planning. A business plan is your compass for achieving business goals. A prospecting plan, which could also be called a work-back plan, serves that same purpose for your sales efforts. Create your prospecting plan by starting with the goals and targets you want to achieve. Targets have numeric values. For example, schedule 3 demonstrations. Goals may not. Then work back through the steps it will take to achieve those. A good work back plan includes a measurable and specific definition of success. KPIs, key performance indicators, or many milestones along the path to success. A granular breakdown of the steps along that path to achieve success. What should I be doing broken down by each day in order to provide the best chance at having success? Leveraging a top-down strategy. It's vital that you're speaking with the person who can actually take action and give approval for moving forward with a deal or partnership. That means starting as high up in the organization and the power structure as possible. Successful people mapping within an organization is critical to knowing who the major players are and understanding the roles, responsibilities, as well as internal politics. For example, we're targeting college basketball head coaches instead of assistant coaches, or directors of operations. We know that the head coaches are the CEOs, and they yield powerful influence in getting a deal finalized and getting it done. This approach speeds up the decision-making process and allows you for a smoother sales cycle by engaging with that person who controls or strongly influences the purse strings in the evaluation. Developing customized outreach with purpose. Get creative and use multiple channels to reach your targets. Let's start by brainstorming various ways we can reach out to prospects. Go ahead and pull out a sheet of paper and write down all the different avenues and methods that you can outreach to your prospects. Thanks for taking that time. Where I like to start is phone calls, emails, social media outreach, lumpy mailers and gifts, video and audio messages, and then referrals and references. Now I want you to stack rank those methods that you listed and see how they fit into your prospecting plan. Which methods are the most effective tools for connecting with your prospects? Let's look for hints within your ICP. The power of the 500-pound phone. The phone is so powerful, but also can be so intimidating. The thought of calling someone you don't know, unsolicited, makes many break out into hives and have cold sweats. Having a live conversation to uncover needs and better understand motivations, goals, and dreams is the key to forming new relationships as well as deepening existing relationships. The phone is your moneymaker. Creative outreach methods. Maximum results will only be realized if you have a multi-channel and multifaceted approach. It's important to differentiate yourself from the competition when reaching out to potential customers. Instead of being another black box, you should look for ways to stand out, like a green triangle. In a sea of black boxes, I don't want to be another black box. I want to be a green triangle. Look for ways to be creative and separate yourself from everyone else you're competing with. I strongly encourage you to strive to be a go-giver. There's nothing wrong with being a go-getter. However, if you can combine being both a go-getter and a go-giver, having a servant mindset and taking servant actions, the sky is the limit. Think about it. At your bank, you can't make a withdrawal if you haven't made any deposits, right? Likewise, you can't ask a prospect for their time, their resource, their effort, and their energy if you haven't given them anything of value in advance. If you offer prospects nothing, but just ask for their time, their attention, their information, and their help without giving first, you may quickly wear out your welcome because your relationship bank account is overdrawn and stuck on zero. Thus, your mindset should be, how many deposits can I make? And how much goodwill and value can I show my prospects expecting nothing in return? A giving attitude is the foundation of a solid relationship with your prospects and your clients. They begin to see the value that you bring to the relationship and will happily provide you with information, attention, and that consideration that you're looking for. How to be a go-giver. The difference between contacts and contracts is that letter R. And that R stands for relationships. Real, true, genuine relationships. Please help me finish this common saying. It's not what you know, but I can't hear you. A little bit louder. Okay, it's not what you know, but who you know. Well, guess what? Survey says, nah. We're going to flip it upside down. And the saying is, it's not what you know, and it's not even who you know, but it's who knows you, and who trusts you, and who believes in you that really makes things happen. Leveraging existing relationships. Remember, it's not what you know, and it's not even who you know, but it's who knows you, and who trusts you, and who believes in you that really makes things happen. Referrals and references are a fantastic yet overlooked sales tool. Asking your existing connections who already know and trust you to refer you is a very powerful tool to grow your influence as well as your pipeline. Outline internal and external resources who can act as allies to connect you with future customers. Then develop a plan for how you intend to use these allies and partners to gain traction with more prospects. Will you ask for references, introductions? How will you actively use those resources you already have? If you're not leveraging every appropriate channel, you're missing out on significant opportunities. Knowing that relationships are key, how can we improve and build better relationships? Great question, and I've got you covered. Here's a bonus, what I like to call hot tip. This is next level and can be used for not just prospecting, but also strengthening relationships in general. It's called the hashtag 3-minute challenge and consists of you selecting one individual each business day that you can, just take in 3 minutes out of your day, think through how you can surprise and delight them. What personalized, customized action can you take to bring a smile to their face and let them know that you are truly thinking of them? For example, if you know a prospect is a huge fan of Disney movies, why not email, text them an image of a Disney princess with a short message stating, "Thought this might make you smile and make your day. I was thinking about you." That gesture, which some may consider small, will be a huge, huge difference maker in your efforts for stronger relationships. And it'll assist you in the long run for sure. Try it out and be sure to document your results.